In a world with many similarities to our own, there lies two planets that are both experiencing societal turmoil. One of them, the planet Remus, there lies a town named Hazel that is on the outskirts of one of the busiest cities on the planet. While society is strained with cultural change, in this town, there are beings that no one has seen and struggle not to be found as time goes on. The following is the story of some of the people who end up finding them through no fault of their own. This is Hazeltown Story. I feel like with that is probably your morning stuff all done. So with that, you get your afternoon break. There's your it is time for another downtime session. So, Carnival, what are your two downtime actions?
Let's go, drones!
All right, time to get him to actually fly. So go ahead and roll. Get the thing up so I can make sure the numbers are right.
Yeah, that's
Long-term project. Okay, here we go. So
65654.
all right, so that's that is a +4, or is it +5?
I think it's +4 because it's
Well, it's +4 because it's 6, but you get a +1.
yeah +1. So yeah, 5.
Okay, so 1, 2, 5. Okay, so I think you have 2 more pips left.
All right, and then Elvis is gonna train actually instead of building.
All right.
We're just gonna train up in physical. Just Elvis is gonna work on just like actually being able to like hit something with a stick.
You must become a punch wizard.
Yes, so mark 1 XP for that.
All right. DM.
3 trainings for Haley and the marksman.
All right. Do you get a level out of that?
Nope. I'm cool.
Okay, 1 away. Torpo.
Just gonna do experience for
Okay. In where?
physical.
All right. Are you at 6 now?
Yep, and I accidentally deleted something.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
No, it's easy.
There you go. Okay, so you get to +1 one of the things. And I see you're going to do maneuver. Okay.
Your strike 3 maneuver, baby. Hyper specialized. Let's go.
All right. So, with that done, it is now the afternoon. So, what do you want to do with your afternoon?
Well, I guess that depends. Doing the HOA track?
You're kind of cutting out.
Yes, I see that. Do we want to do the HOA thing, or do we want to flip over and do the Cygnus investigation?
I mean, I'm down to beat down the door of the HOA.
Yeah, let's go with the HOA.
All right. Yeah, we're going to the HOA.
Okay. So, you go to the address, and just kind of getting there, you realize that it's just kind of a sleepy building. Like it is a tower of, just like almost condos, but they're like given out. They're not small, but they're not huge. They are a kind of designated for specifically they mostly try and keep senior, like not necessarily elderly, but those who don't have any dependents, usually like 2 or 3 people at most. Any families there, like the children are like probably like maybe 18 and older. So there's nothing that kind of sticks out to you. It's not like super ritzy, but it's like fairly trying to think of like how to describe it. It is like
Suburbia?
not suburbia, because it's still inside the city. It's
Like upper middle class.
trying to think of like it's like the interior of a, let's call it like somewhere between a Holiday Inn and like a whatever the upper, because the problem is that I'm trying to think of like a hotel chain that is like equivalent. It's like
Best Western.
sure, it's like a Best Western. Okay. So
Bobby takes a look at the building and says, when you said HOA, I was expecting something glitzier than this. This is just sad.
Look, that's because you haven't seen the landlord.
I'm gonna guess neither have you.
Exactly.
And as far as I know about these things, it's always sad regardless.
You would be correct.
Never dealt with one myself, not exactly the home owning type. That much
Nothing
should
but
be
trouble.
obvious.
nothing but trouble in these places.
Well, I'm sure it'll be fun.
Yes. Let's go.
Okay, so you you get to the place, and there's nothing out of the ordinary. It's fairly standard. So how do you want to approach?
Through the front door.
Well, yes, I take it you just want to knock.
Gonna ring the shit out of that doorbell.
I mean, if it's locked. If it's not, we'll just ring the bell.
Yeah, it is locked.
All right.
I'm
Again,
going to
the idea of
ring
ever
the
just-
fuck out of it.
just having doors just unlocked is so foreign to me.
Same.
Depends on like the building. Like used to live in an apartment building that had like the
Either
main
way.
office unlocked.
I'm buzzing the shit out of it.
Okay. As you do that, you
Going at that buzzer like it's track and field.
as you hear someone come to the door, and then they like kind of open it, but it has like, or you come to the door, but they kind of look through the little peephole thing, and basically take a look, and it's like, I'm like, who is it?
Howdy, friends. My name is Bobby, and I'm here to see What's Byron's last name again?
Nielsen. What are you looking for?
Byron Nielsen.
What do you want?
Byron Nielsen.
What do you want with him?
Byron Nielsen.
Glad we've chosen to go with uncomfortable cult vibes today.
He just says, I don't need any visitors today.
That's cool, but we don't care. Also,
Well,
good to know that you're at the door, Byron.
Nielsen.
I'm trying to think.
Gotta bowl through that fucking door.
Honestly, yeah, it's a second from Bobby just giving Aravi the go ahead.
Well, we tried.
Did we try?
Oh yes, you should just run around.
Look, pal, I'm not in the mood for the runaround, so you better get away from that door.
Friend, I need you to understand. You earned some deep shit. Libra is not happy with you. We're here to solve your Elysium problem, regardless of your thoughts on the subject.
And if you want to keep your HOA happy, I suggest you listen to us, because if we need to involve Aravia here, she's not gonna make your HOA is not gonna be happy with you.
As he kind of hears that's like, God damn it. All right. He kind of undoes the lock, and he just opens up the door. And as you see him, you see a very disheveled man in his late 40s, a raccoon man in his late 40s in let's call it leisure wear.
Man, dude, you look worse than Elmas after a week of inspiration.
Yeah, especially the shotgun he's holding in his other hand probably does not help.
Your compliance, sir. And Bobby walks inside.
Yep, gonna walk in. Your continued living in this apartment is also grateful.
All right. What do you need from me? I don't know what I can help with. I'm already dealing with enough problems that it is.
Yeah, and you've caused even more problems for other people. Congratulations.
Like, I ain't even the one who had it.
No? Mike. Ember said that you were holding Elysium at their club.
Someone under me was holding it. I didn't touch it.
Okay,
they
do you know
didn't
who that
just-
person was?
I can get you a list of my students.
Bobby looks at Robbie and says, it's probably one of those two fuckheads Reese brought us.
Probably.
In that case, that's useless.
Do you know who it was? Where those two were?
I don't remember their names.
I will do it for you that you recite their names, which I believe were Piper and Carrie.
Hyper and Perry.
Carrie. See.
Harry. You know, like that
Um,
lady who got the pig's blood dropped on her?
Yes.
Yes.
God, I don't think it was them.
Just give us the list and we'll fucking run through it.
All right.
Because the problem is those idiots' kids are getting people disappeared.
As you say that, he kind of just looks at you as like, I think I might be aware of that at the moment. And he kind of points towards a chair as like, my wife is not in her chair right now, where she should be.
Yes, Beryl did say you had a wife.
Had being the operative word.
Don't be mean.
Look, if you're looking into it, good. I just want, like, I don't know what this Elysium thing is. I just know that someone in my class had it, And if you want to figure it out, I am very happy to help you. I'm also a little bit, let's just say, frazzled at the moment.
Hmm. How long's your wife been missing?
About a week.
A week. My. Did you report this to the Dickie?
Of course not.
Why not?
Because they'd kill her.
Who would?
Cygnus. What do you think?
Look, you've got a lot of cults that have gotten into this thing, so...
Hey, friend, you
actual-
sure it's Cygnus that's the problem here?
Well, if they're the one... There ain't that many of those cults that they do weird shit, but not many of them do kidnapping.
Pal, you realize how hot this object is, right?
It is, but there's one that definitely has the wherewithal of doing it. Plus, I've seen... He just kind of looks, and he just kind of takes... Like, he goes, fetches a piece of paper and hands it to you, and I'm like, pretty damn sure this is Cygnus.
What's on the paper?
Basically, it is a It is one of those good old-fashioned newspaper and magazine cutout of saying,
We have your wife.
basically, if you want to see her again, bring us the we want Elysium back.
Pal, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Cygnus stole Elysium from someone else.
Look, I don't care. I just care about two things. I want my wife back. Two, I want just... You know what? Actually, that's the main thing. I don't care where it is. I don't care who stole it. Just if getting it back to them, let's has her go, then that's peachy.
Okay, well, hand us the student list, and we'll try to get your wife back with all her organs.
I'd appreciate that.
I make no guarantees, though.
He just kind of is like, he has his notebook, and it's like he kind of is looking through, and it's like, I'll get you a full list, but I'm gonna mark some names down. Actually, I think it's probably a couple that would be, I bet, who would have it.
Only the dumbest, I'm guessing.
No, well, yes and no.
Oh, the honor student.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Okay, so in that case, shoot. All right, time to let's see. Time to play it risky. America's... No, I don't want Nahua names. Let's do English America. I swear that I can't remember what it was, but I swear the thing just generated that guy from Watch Dogs.
Aiden?
Yeah. Is it Aiden Pierce? I think it just generated
Yes.
Aiden Pierce.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, we got another one.
I caught it this time.
Stuart Griffin, though.
Aiden, piece of shit.
God, this is some good mixture
Aiden,
of
I love my sister wife. Pierce, yes.
Yes, this is some good, oh God. I like Caleb Walter, but Caleb spelt with a K. Tegan Monroe is someone who lives inside of an Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that it's Owen Baxter. I thought it said Owen Blaster. Cohen McCoy, which that's how you spell McCoy. God, these names suck. I'm doing neutral. Val Booth is powerful, but no. Wait, got Ollie Lee. We're gonna go with this. Okay, so we're gonna go with... I'm gonna mark you down. Oh, those were... I was just listing the names from... we'll keep those just as those, but I was just listing the wonderful names that Fancy Name Generator was giving me.
Yes. I thought I'd help along. Give you some names to work with.
Okay, I'm just gonna write this down just so I don't forget it.
Okay.
I just Owen Blaster is it's like that's like what the full name of Blasto would be.
He's video game protagonist.
Yes. Okay. So as he's scribbling things, or as he's writing things down, is like, okay, I'm gonna point out two to you. Because I have a feeling I haven't really exactly investigated this, but if I were to start with any of these people, I would start with these two. And then basically the list contains about 10 people. And underlined are two names. One is Salem Fairchild. The other is Eli Francis.
Avi looked at the names. Tell me, do either of them have ties to Centaurus?
They might. They have not established if they do. They could very well have friends within them. But I don't think they have dual membership.
Well, just for your knowledge, Centaurus are the ones who stole Elysium from Cygnus.
Yeah, that's what I have a feeling. All right. So, reason I'm pointing out Salem, they are a, I know that they've been in with some of the other. I'm pretty certain they have friends with some of the other cults. I know that they've kind of done a lot of research into this kind of stuff, and kind of expanding into the other Terra Nova cults. Groups of the cult. And then Eli, he's rather just trying to think. I know that he and Salem kind of hang out a bit.
This is out of character. I want to clarify. When he's saying students, he means just students as in part of the cult, not like they're
Basically,
students
his
elsewhere.
personal class.
Okay.
Like his like, so you call them students, just like how someone who has like a fitness class would call their.
Okay, yeah. That's what I
Students in the
figured.
art of expanding their mind.
I just want to clarify that they weren't like actual university students as well.
No,
Like, some of them might be, but like, yeah,
Probably more than a few are.
But yes, that is yeah.
Where can we find this Salem?
I'll write down their address. I believe they're based out of. I'm pretty sure they're. Yeah, I got their address out here. They're based out of so not very
My.
far.
God, we just keep getting to worse upscaler neighborhoods. Ugh.
Like, this is even remotely surprising.
No, it's not surprising, but it's still frustrating.
If I remember correctly, they're probably. I think they live out in kind of the singles like homes out there, at the real starter houses.
Ugh, disgusting. Carbon copy, blueprint houses, no sense of artistry.
So yeah, if I were to take a look at that, I would look at those two and try and figure those out.
Oh, we'll go investigate. Thank you for your time, sir. If you would kindly please call Ashley Merrill and let them inform them of your situation.
Look.
Here, have a soda. On me. Just maybe won't calm your nerves a lot, but just, maybe a little bit.
I don't think soda's good for calming the nerves.
I don't know. Some people might find it relaxing. And like Elmas has just like hijacked this soda from like a vending machine and just like tricked the thing out and like got it for free. You either of you two want some?
I'm good.
Bobby?
Pass, thank you.
All right.
Rafi just takes a hip flask out of her jacket.
Well-
See, this is good for calming the nerves. Either way, though, I think we should just head on out. Good luck not dying.
Thanks.
And we leave.
My God, we did break down his door.
I know, it's a miracle.
He came to his senses towards the end there.
All right. So, in that case, is there any place else you want to go?
Salem.
I mean, I don't know if we have enough time for a full scene though.
I think actually what might be good is why don't we say that's your afternoon scene, and why don't we transfer to night so we can have that meeting with the two Centaurus members
All right.
at Bobby's Burgers.
At some point before the meeting, Bobby was going to call Meryl and say, "Are you free around 9 p.m. tonight?
And like, yeah.
You think you could come on over to my burger place? There's a meeting you should probably be a part of.
All right.
I'll see you then."
All right. I'll see you then.
Now to the restaurant.
Well, first, since it's night, everyone gets one downtime action.
Two.
Carnival.
We're doing the drones.
All right, roll. Okay, yeah.
Great.
You did it.
Yeah, no, we got him. We got the drones.
Your little hell drone things can fly now. How do I do it? Okay, DM.
1 point into the marksman for Haley and 1 point into charisma.
Oh, you only get 1 point. Oh,
Two.
right, you get 2. Okay. Torpo.
Queen gets another.
Okay, so, you all head to Bobby's Burgers. I think is this closed or is it still open?
It's 9 p.m., so it's still open, but only for another hour.
All right. So
Bobby's got to move far away from other people.
Okay, so you three are sitting. Well, four. At Ashley has met you up or met up with there. And you, as you're sitting there, you see two. And what did I write down? Oh, right. You see. You see a. I like that as my to try and describe like body shape of like I have average, lanky, bulky, short and stocky. And then for Leland, I just have dad.
Amazing.
Simena's 50s, accompanied by a horseman in his like 40s.
As they are led to the table, Bobby will murmur to Meryl, "Do you recognize either of them?"
Off the top of my head.
Mm.
They kind of walk up and just kind of like, I have a feeling that you are this. Ashley just nods. Let me introduce myself. I'm Leland. And here is Gregor. We might be the people you want to talk to.
Bobby stands up and extends his hand and says, "Howdy, friends. I'm Bobby. This is Elmas and Aravia."
Hello.
You.
Hello. Maybe sit down.
Go right ahead.
Okay, they sit down, and is like, okay, I am aware that things are getting a little bit out of hand, especially if you're getting involved.
Oh, you don't say. Bobby looked at Meryl as he said that.
Right. So, what, you were asking about Elysium, correct?
Correct. We've pieced together a good chunk of what happened, but we're still missing a few details. Like, for one, what is it?
So, what I can tell you is that it's not one of the things that are particularly my specialty, but I know that if it's something that is held within, it's something that we really did not want Orion to have. Now, I wasn't the one who took it, but I am someone who handled it.
And what is it?
From what I've heard described, it is what is referred to as a sylph colony. It's kind of, he makes a hand gesture, kind of like extends his hand about a loaf of bread size. It's like it's a rock. It looks like almost like a crystal. It gives a faint glow. As far as I could tell, it wasn't. It was making like a low hum, but other than that, I didn't really know what to do with it. It was like maybe slightly warm.
Bobby looked at Aravia and says, "Does all this track?"
One more time.
It's like a rock, like it's about the size of a loaf of bread. It slightly hums, and it's warm, and it glows like it slightly glows.
Yeah, it's a sylph.
So I can now. Did you have any other questions before? Because I can just go on.
Yes, you
want.
said you knew Orion didn't have it, but you guys stole it from Cygnus, correct?
Well, we stole from, well, what we believe was Orion. It turns out that I wasn't the one who did but from what I could tell, Gregor, I believe, was the one who talked to the person who did it. And Gregor kind of just is like, yeah, so we had someone in our group was going out into one of the national parks and saw that in one of the mountainsides and found a cave that
Oh,
apparently
you fucking didn't.
Orion had been doing some digging in it because it did a little bit of surveillance on it and basically saw that they were able to get something out of the wall. And when they managed to take it out, they were looking for something. Basically, long story short, managed to take it. It was something that, from what he was able to read at some of the notes when they were in the process of getting it out, they had called it a leak.
Yeah, it's a sylph. Y'all stole a sylph. Sylph colony, but still.
So that's what it was.
Call me
All
crystal
right.
it hums. Yeah, that's a sylph. Y'all really stepped in it.
Quite. But I guess again, you stole this from Cygnus, not Orion.
Well, if it was, they just kind of looked like, Well, in that case, that's interesting then.
Yes. I haven't been able to figure that one out myself. It's not exactly their MO to deal with the fairy folk.
I wouldn't be
But,
surprised if they're trying to cut a deal with Orion.
Extortion is part of their MO, though.
Yes, but my source I spoke to today gave the impression that Orion doesn't know that they stole it. We're extorting, they didn't get around to it.
Well, if they were not the ones that's... Well, Cygnus could be... I don't know.
Either way, where did you steal it from?
As far as we could tell, it was straight from the dig site. I believe the way they described it is that they were trying to... they had gotten it almost partially out of the wall, like it was almost there, but had to go get some more material. The people that were doing the excavation were not realizing that they were being kind of watched. So while it was just almost out and they were away, managed to pry it out themselves.
That Cygnus was doing the digging?
No clue who was actually doing it, because neither of us were the ones who actually were doing the surveillance. This is just the information we got from one of our members.
This gets stranger and stranger.
Who's
All right,
the
where's
dumb
this dig site?
motherfuckers that took it from its home? And yeah, could you write down where the dig site is? Actually, you know what? Give me a sec. Aravia reaches into her jacket and digs out a crumpled up map of the public park. Can you just figure out where it's in here and write it down for me?
Neither of us really have the information of where it was. We just know that it was done. We can find that information out.
Please do, because I need to go crack some fucking skulls.
Yeah, we can find that information for you, though. I don't know if the dig site are still going to be, because I don't know if they're still active there.
Somebody's fucking around on my turf, and I'm not happy about it.
We can find the information for you. And do you have like a place where we can get, or location, or somewhere we can get a hold of you?
Yeah. Just got anything I can write on?
Someone pulls out a notepad.
I write down Elmas's home phone and hand it off to them.
Okay.
You can reach me here.
Okay. We'll try and find this information out, and we'll get back to you when we can.
Yeah, some stupid motherfucker stepped in it.
Multiple stupid motherfuckers stepped in this.
Pretty much, because I want to know who did the digging and then who took it out.
Well, it sounds like Orion did the digging. Then for some reason Cygnus hijacked the site. And then these folk apparently came and also hijacked the site.
Because it means we're going to hunt down the people who fucked up bad, have to relocate a sylph, and crack some fucking skulls.
On the subject of stupid motherfuckers, why did you guys entrust Cassiopeia with looking over Elysium?
Well, this was maybe not
the best idea. Agreed.
It was not the best idea. Basically, we kind of trusted someone to take a look at it from our side, and those people managed to managed to lose it, or basically handed it over to their friends in Cassio.
Do you know which friends?
They kind of look at each other. It's like, yeah, it was. They write down the name. They write down.
Because unfortunately, because of your genius decision, a bunch of day trippers are getting fucking kidnapped.
Yeah. Here's his name. And they write down Victor Nivens.
Bobby raised my eyebrows and says, "That's neither of the ones Byron suspected."
Well, those names are not the student list that I listed earlier.
Oh.
Those were just names that I was listing off because I thought they were funny.
I meant like the Salem and the other one you listed. That's Byron suspected.
Oh yeah, no, they were not. It's specifically a Centaur.
Oh.
So, do you have any other questions?
Just one. Let's assume that Orion and Cygnus didn't reacquire Elysium based on all the kidnappings. Who else would have an interest in a Sylph colony?
As far as I know, just them. I mean, outside of us.
None of the other cults? Gemini, Andromeda, Draco?
I mean, outside of, if you're talking anyone on the Olympia side, it's just Orion who really knows what to work with those. But Cygnus has kind of been acting as the how we have a Libra.
No, I have no further questions. Ladies?
Nope.
No. everything's pretty clear to me.
Meryl?
More fucking work.
Nope.
Well, all I can say is sleep with one eye open and hope you got a gun on hand.
Thanks.
Good luck.
They go and leave.
Good luck keeping
Bobby.
your organs.
Bobby shakes his head and says, I asked him to bring the people who did, and he brought a friend of a friend who may have touched it once.
Yeah, seems to be a consistent problem.
Bobby looks at Meryl and says, I don't know if your group, if Terranova has an internal affairs, but they're going to be quite busy after this.
Yeah, just a bit.
Did Byron do as we told him and call you, explain his situation?
Yeah.
Well, we're supposed a little bit closer to things. Problem as I see it right now is that so far we've been doing a lot of walking backwards, but not a lot of walking forwards. We are no closer to figuring out who might have stolen this damn thing.
At least we know where it starts. Unfortunately.
Yes, that's only useful if it can tell us where it is now.
Well, at least the good news is that we know whose head we can start breaking.
Although we already knew that anyway. Hopefully my surveillance team will turn up something useful.
I at least trust them more.
As do I. Well, we've got a couple more names to track down, and a possible dig site later.
You know, it definitely sounds like he has Orion's greasy fingers all over.
Previous episodes of Hazeltown Story can be found at bekindrewind.hazel.town or radio.hazel.town. If you would like to know more about the universe and have an interest in video games, you can watch LoloDePuzlo's Journal, our sister show, that can be found at theater.hazel.town or bekindrewind.hazel.town. If you would like to keep up to date with Lolo, you can follow them at cohost or BlueSky at LoloDePuzlo. There is also a Discord server in which you can potentially catch episodes being recorded live at club.hazel.town. Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. I welcome you to come back for more.